Welcome to Gold Derby's production design panel with Emmy nominees. I'm David Buchanan, joined by Gianna Costa from RuPaul's Drag Race. Gianna, I wanted to start by asking you, you've been with this show for a very long time. So just wanted to ask, how have you seen the show evolve over the seasons that you've been with the show? And in particular, how has the production design and your approach to the work changed over those years?
Well, being on the show for 12 seasons, you see a lot change from the beginning where the budgets were pretty much not as existent as it is today. So when you are able to expand the budget every year, you can add more to the sets. And, we have a talented crew. So the crew every year, it's like trying to push, our limits of what can we do to make the show bigger and better, elevate it every year.
I believe this is your fourth nomination for the series.
Yes.
What about this nomination in particular and this past season of work are you most proud of, and how is it unique from the recognition you've received in the past?
Well, I mean, every year that being the fourth one, it's such an honor because it's you work so hard, and when you're in it, when you're in the trenches, you don't like see what the outcome is. You're happy when you're doing it, when you're ecstatic when it's done, but when you get the recognition in the nomination, it is always, such a privilege and a surprise. And, this year, we worked really hard, and, I feel like every year is unique and it's hard to judge off of like past work, but because when you're in it, you're focused really on what you're getting done for that season. So I mean, every year it's different.
There's so much variety in what you get to do too, between the challenges and your role in bringing them to life. How much does Ru kind of contribute to the vision of the production design when you have a task, and contribute to what it should look like?
I mean, Rue has a hand in everything, every aspect of the show. So, eh, when you're presenting something, you have to make sure that, the final eyes, approve it. So the whole show, he has a hand in everything.
You're nominated for 2 episodes, so let's start with RDR Live, which is just a great installment, which is kind of a challenge, spoofing and putting on skits, a la an SNL.
Mhm.
Um, I just love that challenge. I love what you did with it. I mean, how excited were you when you heard that concept, and to bring these different sketches to life? And how much time did you have to bring? I think there were maybe 4 or 5 different
Mhm.
different sets for the sketches. How much time did you have to realize all of those?
Well, I mean, the challenge with an episode like that is that you're also working with queens who are not used to working in that environment. So, you know, trying to give them enough space in each set to let them shine, but also we have to keep in mind that we're only shooting this in a day, and it's also the day we shoot it is when we shoot the elimination. So we have very limited amount of time in that one day. So what we had was shells of sets, so like base sets, and in between each scene that was being shot while the queens were performing, we were flipping over the set next to it as quietly as we could. So it was like maybe 15 minutes tops or so, and trying to like think of ways to multi-purpose things or how to set things ahead of time. So that the challenge, it's a fun challenge in a way for us to see what we can get done in a short amount of time, but also what design wise can we bring in that amount of time that doesn't look like we're just throwing something together.
Did you
I mean,
have
SNL is amazing. So I mean, to try to, I mean, that they have it down.
Yeah, I was just gonna ask you, are you a fan of SNL?
Oh yeah,
And how
definitely.
fun was it to kind of put your stamp on, this version of Weekend Update, for example,
Oh
the
yeah.
new
Mhm.
like how fun was that
Yeah.
for you to do that?
It's always fun to just like, how like they take things from the real world and put like the comedic spin. It was like our drag take on that. So it was fun to do it that way, if you're thinking about like us doing our drag version of some of the SNL bits.
I know you had to do this very quickly, but when you heard what the different sketches were gonna be, was there one that you were most looking forward to preparing for?
I mean, the Christmas one, of course, because it's always fun to do a Christmas set, and it was the last set we shot because it was the one that had the most things in it. So, also the one that was the noisiest, so we had to, you know, try to put in all the packages and everything as quietly as possible, but that one, of course, was the most fun and colorful one that we could do, and then, the queens themselves, they add their part of the set as well with their outfits, so they all looked so beautiful on the backdrop.
That's exactly what I wanted to ask you next, which is it sounds like you had no time while they were performing to watch. So when you got to see the cut or the finished episode,
Mhm.
which of those were you most pleased with how your work came out and then, how the queens looked on your sets?
I mean, definitely the Barbara Shop quartet because it was funny, and I mean, the queens looked like gorgeous. So just all visually all together, it was like the complete, you know, package.
The second nominated episode is Work
Mhm,
the World, which
mhm,
has, I think, in some ways more subtle work from you. So, for example, there's that segment of the episode where they're recording their verses for this power anthem.
mhm.
Um, where did you shoot that? Was that on the main stage? And then what kind of subtle tweaks do you have to do to make that, make it feel like we're in a different environment?
That was on, the stage that we do all of our challenges on, and the other designer, Jen, she had a main, role in that, but a lot of it, Gus, our lighting director, gets to have fun on those episodes when we give them we can kinda give a shell for the queens to, dance on these types of episodes, and lighting gets to really highlight the set and the queens.
Yeah, I think the lighting really stands out in the kind of finished product of
Mhm.
Power. What did you have to do to transform that space into that beautiful, in some senses, a black box space that you bring to life with light and with the costumes and with the band?
Yeah, when we do sets like that, it's definitely the flooring, the Marlite flooring, the black flooring is really what makes Gus's lighting design pop and really, sets the stage. So it's something so simple as the shiny black flooring really can, with the lighting, it's amazing what it can do.
And before I let you go, I just want to ask you too, is there any challenge or episode from the rest of the season that you're particularly proud of and that stands out when you look back, other than these two?
Well, I really have fun in the first 2 episodes because we do the photo, shoot challenges when we're introduced to the queens for the first time. So it's really fun to do these little photo shoots, and I particularly like the doorbell cam one we did because it was I kinda wanted to make it like a cartoon neighborhood in a way, slightly realistic, a little bit of a Barbie house, but I had fun with that one a lot too.
Gianna, congratulations on the season of RuPaul's and congratulations on the Emmy nomination.
Thank you.